Greetings everybody, we are in the middle of summer. It's kind of partly cloudy, overcast here in Calgary, but it's beautiful nonetheless. And trying to figure out what to talk about or discuss, and came across a Twitter posting last week, and it's entitled Top 10 Mistakes Christian Parents of Teens Make. And I thought, over the next couple of days, what we do is actually just look at what those mistakes potentially are. Let me just disclaimer here that because we're parents and we are human parents, we have human issues and tendencies. So therefore, I'm not saying that there is a perfect parent. My son Jaden, who just turned 12 on Sunday, would be a great testament of the fact that his dad is certainly not perfect, the farthest thing from it, but striving to be the parent that God has intended me to be. And I think sometimes we can go through life as parents not really realizing what it is we want for our kids because we're not sure what we want for ourselves. And so these are some of the top 10 mistakes Christian parents of teens make. And we're going to take a look at two today real quickly. The first one is this: not spending time with your kids. Not spending time with your kids. There is this sort of mentality, I believe, that's out there, especially within the church, that says because that we've outsourced everything in terms of what we do with our kids, that my kids don't want to spend time with me. There's a book, and I think I mentioned it earlier somewhere in one of my postings. It's called Hurt by Dr. Chap Clark, who talks about the fact that the generation that is coming up are a generation who feel incredibly abandoned. We think sometimes as parents, because we're outsourcing, because we're sending our kids to the professionals, to those who are the experts, that we're actually doing our kids a service, and that we're actually great parents because we're sacrificing gas and time and money. And simply, that is a mistake. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't outsource our kids in certain things. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying that is we should not think or ever think or buy the lie that our kids do not want to spend time with us. I'll tell you right now, they do. That is a huge thing for them to know that mom, know that dad care and want to spend time with them. So that's the first one. The second one here is this. It says letting your teens' activities take top priority for your family. There's this tendency with the parent of today to basically, and in some ways, worship their children. And so whatever the kid wants, he gets. Whatever they need, they get. Whatever they don't need, they get. And in terms of activities, extracurricular activities, those things take priority in all things. And he's saying here that that is a big mistake. He says this, that the number of parents who wrap their life schedules around their teens' activities is mind-boggling. I honestly just don't get it. I know many parents want to provide their children with experiences and opportunities they never had growing up, but something's gone wrong when our understanding of family and parenting, when our teens' wants or needs are allowed to overwhelm the family day-to-day routine. Now, I would just add something a little bit here. I think a lot of times, and what I'm seeing with the kids that we work here at Center Street, it's actually that kids don't want necessarily to be a part of those things, but because mom or because dad had aspirations growing up to be the next, Michael Jordan or a dancer, or to get better grades and to have a higher paying job. I think sometimes parents, what they'll do is they'll sort of flip-flop on this. So it's not necessarily the kids' schedule, it's a schedule that the parents have provided for their kids. And it is overarching, and ultimately, life just comes incredibly busy, and it takes top priority over any family function. And so those are the first two mistakes. So not spending time with your teen and letting your teen's activities take top priority for your family. So think about those things. Are you spending time with your kids? And secondly, as you look at your schedule and as you look at their schedule, are your schedules taking priority over family time? And if they are, we may need to consider making some pretty significant sacrifices and changes. Hope you're doing well. Great to connect once again, and I'll be back in a couple days. Blessings on you, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye.